Hey everyone, this is Caleb Jacob, and you're watching the Music Enthusiast.
Hey guys, it's Gracie from the Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Caleb Jacob.
Hello, everybody.
Last time I talked to you, it was for our TikTok series, and
Yep, I
now I'm
know.
talking to you for your new single release.
Yeah, crazy. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
really
that's
excited to have
huge.
it out. Yeah, I
Uh,
know. It's been a long time since I released, so I was really happy. I was going like songwriter mode,
mhm.
just off and like not releasing at all. And a bunch of people were saying, "Yo, what are you doing? Release, release, release." And I was just like, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready." And then I was like, I'm not ready, but whatever. I'm just gonna release. Yeah, it's still I'm not ready, but I'm like, well, I don't care. I'm just gonna put something out there.
Yeah, I mean, how has life been since we last talked?
Oh, good question. It's been good. Like just hanging out, enjoying summer. Trying to be free. I'm trying to fly out to like Vancouver over the summer, see some new places, new faces, experience life. I got vaxxed.
Yeah,
But yeah, other than that, just been hanging out, seeing friends, making music every now and then, and just like scheming. I'm just trying to do what I love and really focusing on being in the moment in life and being human as much as possible with life's drama that it just constantly flows.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You recently released Knock Knock. How are you
Yes.
feeling about that release?
Great. Like I haven't promoted it a whole lot. Like I want to go on TikTok and just promote it. Every song I drop, I just want to keep dropping songs. It's what I love to do. So this one I haven't really promoted on anything so much, but I've reached out to like a couple blogs, even us right now. And it's like I'm really happy with the amount of people who've shown support on it. And it's a song that I just sat down and wrote without the thought of like maybe, oh, I want to make the most fire melodies, or I want to make something super catchy, super blah 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 blah. So it's really dope when it was really dope when I just like sat down, wrote the whole thing. I was like, okay, this comes from the heart. This means a lot to me. I wrote down like consciously everything I was just writing. I was thinking about, do I want to say that? Yes. And I don't always do that because, especially being a songwriter, you can kind of get into the headspace of, will people like this melodically? Like, is this gonna keep people's heads intact? And are they gonna like really be like able to dive into this, keep focus on it the whole way through, blah blah blah. So I honestly was kind of just playing around. Like I don't have like the most traction on social media. I'm not like famous whatsoever. So I was just like, man, I'll put out whatever I want to put out and let's just try this because this is what feels good to me. And it was super awesome because I think for the first time, like way more blogs responded back and we're just kind of on board and we're like, this sounds really good, or like you, or maybe more unique than good, which I would like prefer, because yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really want to be just like everything else or be like everybody else. And that's something I've been kind of tapping into a lot. Even with the song, I feel like it has something to do with that, not really trying to be somebody else or fit like a certain standard for the industry. And I still may never get famous, but that's honestly okay with me. I'd be happier like not doing that this way than some other way.
I mean, the song
Yeah.
is very unique, so congrats on
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
It's super good though. I've been playing it a
Thank
lot.
you, Gracie. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me.
I mean, how did you decide that it was going to be your next release?
Um, I like I just showed some people. They're like, "This is dope," and I was like, "Cool." I was like, I'm putting it like I just put it up on like a really crappy publisher. Like I put it up on DistroKid, which is a super mediocre. Like some people probably know what it is, but it's super like mediocre publisher. I didn't like reach out to any labels or anything like that, or like any management that I know of. And I was just, yeah, just my friends. They were just like, "This song's cool," and I was like, "Cool." I just didn't put much thought into it. I just did it, and it was really nice, the reactions that came back. So yeah, nothing crazy. Literally just very last minute second thought, like, hey, I'm gonna release this. Okay, what's the easiest way to do it? DistroKid, put it up. Cool, let's go.
Yeah, if it
That,
works, it
yeah,
works.
yeah. I don't know. It worked, I think. We'll see.
Yeah. Could you walk us through like how you came up with the track?
Yeah, like for the most part, typically what I do with songs, I'll either freestyle the whole thing. I don't know why. I have like two processes. I'll either just freestyle the entire thing and then rewrite it. Like because the lyrics won't make sense whatsoever. It'll be like and I'll be like, what could that mean? And then I'll just like translate it into English. I'll translate some weird melodies into English, or I'll just sit down like what I did with this song, or I'll just sit down, write the whole thing, and when I do that, it has a lot more to do with like my current mood and all the things I'm feeling and stuff like that. So I just feel like I was at a certain point in life where I'm becoming a lot more open with myself and even just like the flaws and pains of being human and building character, especially like getting further into the music industry and working with certain people, having more experiences, good ones, painful ones, and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess just I sat down and I was like, wow, I feel like I've built a lot of character since I've gotten into the industry and worked with more people. And a lot of it is, I don't want to be negative, but a lot of it is scar tissue just as much as just like beautiful things. But one thing I was realizing, like, a lot of people, I love like people with character or even people who have just been through things, whether it's beautiful or painful. Like I love that, you know what I mean? I love talking about the human experience and just seeing all sides, and something I feel like I've become more aware about as just through like a growth period is not a lot of people want to talk about the pain or the suffering that built a dope character, and I love that stuff. So this song was a lot to do with knock knock, who's that peeping in my window. So it's just like they want to see how the kid lived, but they never want to know what's inside my head. It's like they always kind of people are always interested in like big characters or people who like interest them, but they don't. A lot of the times, people don't really want to know, hey, how'd you get there? Because usually it's kind of experience. It's like, oh well, actually, to be confident, I had to be really unconfident when I was younger because that's the only way I learned to cope with all the things and stuff like that. So that was like a lot of where the song centered, just around how I was feeling and just growing as a human, being more okay with flaws and realizing that like, yo, it's so dope to have flaws and it's so cool to have conversations about pain and people who are like open to talk about it, not in terms of having drama about it, but more so like, yo, we're human and this
Yeah.
is what we got. Like we're given this life and this is what we got.
Yeah. And I feel like some of the best songs are like really honest songs. And I feel like you
Yeah.
do that with all of your music, which is great.
Thank you. That means a lot. That's definitely what I aim for. Sometimes it can be hard because numbers, but I try not to look at numbers. Like especially now, I just try not to look at anything to do statistically because it'll either hype me up too much or bum me out, and neither are good for me.
Yeah, there's no in between.
No, it's like I'm like, oh my God, I'm so dope. I've done this all myself. Wow. Or it's like, man, I'm never gonna make it. It's like, yeah, exactly. Neither is really a wholesome feeling. Like neither really gets you in the place of, hey, I just want to make something that makes me feel good and hopefully other people can relate to something honest, like you're saying.
hmm I mean, obviously, you have a lot of different inspirations. Were there any songs or artists that helped inspire this track?
I feel like definitely J. Cole came out on this. Well, actually, okay, wait. A lot of people are saying Mac Miller. A lot of people are like, yo, Mac Miller vibe. But I was like, I was in the J. Cole headspace, okay, y'all. I wasn't thinking about Mac. No, I was kidding. But I think definitely people, or especially artists that have to do with jazz hip hop, like Kendrick, J. Cole, Mac Miller, people like that, and even just into like smaller sub artists in that category. even lo-fi kind of ranging around like people like Smino and stuff like that really inspire me subconsciously. I try to do my thing as much as I possibly can. I try not to like think about other artists and stuff like that, but just through listening over and over and over to these artists who I'm just give me life and like had lit the fuel when I was young and made me want to do like exactly all of this, like live this. I'm a very realistic person and I know how crazy this dream is. So like having that power to make me think, hey, maybe I could do this shit. Like it was just a lot of like inspo when I was younger, where I was just like, this is a crazy thought, but I'm gonna give it a try. Move out to Toronto when I'm 18 and just risk it all. So who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows what'll happen? But yeah, definitely people like J. Cole, Kendrick, Mac, jazz, hip hop. I love that so much. I'm
Yeah,
on
I
that wave
mean,
right now.
it's a great song. Do you have a
Thank you.
favorite lyric or part in it?
I like how it comes in and it's like, I let my thoughts run free like they live in the wild. I ain't been on this in a while, crocodile. Cause it was just, yeah, it was the first song I came back. And it just hits hard because it was just like the first thing I wrote, and that's just what sparked it all. I was just like, I let my thoughts run free like they live in the wild. And I was like, all right, I know where this is going. So I think that one, like, like literally the first second I wrote it, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna drop this shit because I was just like really feeling it. I was really in the moment, and it had been like a long time since I released anything, and it was just that kind of set the tone for the whole song in my head, in a sense of this song is gonna be about being an unfiltered human being, about being open to talking about pain or trauma, whether it's not specifically like addressed in the song. It's just gonna be like, this is how I live my life. Like I let my thoughts run free. I just say what I feel and feel what I say. Like I'm definitely considerate. I won't say like some rude shit to some random person or anything like that. But I don't really feel like I would want to anyway. So I think that bar or the devil wears Prada. I heard the devil wears Prada. I think I know him. I don't know why. I just thought that one was so hard. I was like, I wrote that and I was like, ooh, and then I went and showed my girlfriend and she was like, oh shit. And I was like, right. So like that one for the hype value, but definitely like the first, just like the intro lines for setting the tone for the whole thing. And I was like, yep, I know where I'm going with this. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it works. It's a
it
vibe.
works. Thank you. Thank you,
Um,
Gracie.
what has it been like for you kind of creating during COVID?
Ooh, hmm, that's a great question. It has changed a lot. There's good and bad to it for sure. Like I'm showing a lot less people my music, so I have a lot less input on all my songs. But then on the retrospect of that, it's like a lot of it just comes from me and it's not really like affected by anyone else's opinion, which is good and bad. Like it's good to have other people's opinion, like a second there to tell you, hey, I think this or this. And then it's also, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's beneficial to be in the situation where there's no one telling you anything, so you can really find out like what you want to sound like or what makes you feel the best and stuff like that. So definitely like being a loner, and then just being in your head so much, especially me. I don't know about you, but I'm an overthinker to
Mhm.
the fullest. I'm so good at that.
Me
So
too.
yeah, okay, let's go. So yeah, so definitely overthinking, but also sometimes it's a good thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like I just reevaluate my entire life and then I put it into a song. And then I'm like, cool, this is just gonna go into my notes and I'll read this when I like want to think about it. And that's how like a lot of the messages would get through to me when I was younger too, is through song. So it's kind of a cool thing, like going back and looking through songs. I just understand a message more when it's put into like poetry or something like that, because I guess my heart opens up to it a little bit. It reminds me of being a kid, gives me like some nostalgia, and like the words just kind of like seep in a little bit easier because I'm like, ooh, a song, and then it kind of just like leaks in a lot better. And also getting out of the house, like I rented a studio because of COVID, because I was like, I can't be in this house anymore. I need to leave, so I rented out a little studio, and I think I told you about that last interview, but that's been really cool because I've been learning to work with the pressure of time a little bit more.
Mhm.
but pretty much that. I was relatively isolated even before COVID because I did like all my work from home. I had like artists come in, but definitely just being on like one lane, being on like one a very like one track minded and just being in my headspace fully for the good, for the better and the worse. Like pros and cons to it for sure, but it's cool. It's working.
Talking more about the future, will this track be on an EP or album?
Um, honestly, the way I work, at least in terms of this is what I did for the last album. I dropped a song and I was like, no intention of releasing an album. I dropped another song and I was like, these kind of match. And then I dropped another song. I was like, I'm gonna drop an album. And then and then I dropped an album. So I don't want to say yes because I do have like another album that I'm working on that I love so much and I really want to release. But at the same time, I have no idea when it's gonna get released because I put so much like actually not even like so much time into it, but it was just the place I was in while I wrote the album was such a weird headspace that I don't ever think I'll really go back to because I was making my merchandise. It's like I love it because I was like making my merchandise that I sold on my last album and I was like breathing in the fumes and I think they were really toxic and my head just like went straight like yeah, like really bad. Like I was hearing things, it was so bad. And then I got mono during the same time. So
Wow.
I was just yeah, I was just like completely loopy, but it was really cool because it created some art that was like very unique to me. And I don't know if I'll ever create it again. And I don't know if I ever want to because that was a really scary period of time. But it's like I just don't really I don't want to drop it without knowing exactly what I want to do with it. So it's hard for me to say if Knock Knock will be on an album, but there will definitely be like more singles dropped in the near future, like for sure. That I know.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep a lookout for them.
Thank you.
This is kind of a fun question for you, but is there a song that's already been made by another artist that you wish you had wrote?
Oh, hmm. I feel like a lot of songs that I probably couldn't pull off. Like I'll listen to a song and I'll be like, damn, I wish I could sing like that, or I wish like my voice sounded like that. The one that comes to mind right now is Too Fast by Sonder. I think it's by Sonder. And I don't know, it's just such a vibe. He's just got such like a silky voice and it's just so fire. And I'm like, or like even if it was something like that, maybe one day maybe I'll take singing lessons and maybe things will work out for me.
I mean, you got
Yeah,
time in COVID, you can do it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I know, but the boy lazy,
I
the
feel that.
boy lazy Gracie. Yeah, we'll see.
What's one piece of advice that you would want to give to an artist watching this?
Mm, one piece of advice. Uh, definitely do you stay in your lane, stay on track, tap into your head, tap into your morals, set boundaries for yourself, decide who you want to be, make a 5 year plan, man. Like be realistic about all this stuff because it's not as much as big of a dream as it all is. It's still there has to be some realistic things behind this big dream, and it just be way better for y'all if you did really have a vision. Because I've just seen people get signed, not have a vision, and not even like it. Like it's a bad dream. So just yeah, make sure set some boundaries for yourselves. Make sure you well, it's okay. Like you can also go with the flow, freestyle it a bit because not life can't be fully predicted, but definitely set boundaries. Don't sign no bad deals, and in the end do what you love because people will respect that the most by far.
I mean, that's good advice.
Thank you, Gracie.
Could you hint at what fans can expect from you in the future?
Okay, damn, Gracie, I don't even know.
Come on, think big.
Craziness, spontaneousness, something you're not gonna expect, and also I'm making a clothing brand, so boom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire. Oh, I'm excited for it. But yeah, other than that, in music wise, hopefully some futures. But honestly, just like probably just what you don't expect to hear from me, most likely, which is awesome. I'm just releasing anything, and hopefully success.
Definitely.
Hopefully success. But yeah, other than that, just good vibes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for doing this interview. It was so great
Thank
to
you,
talk to you.
Gracie. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you again.